Students, we are going to continue with the short story The Gold Watch by Mulkuraj Anand. This story is about a person named Shriyut Sudarshan Sharma. He is a clerk in the distribution department of the great Marmalade empire of Henry King and Company. One day, the general manager of the company, Mr. Acton, came to Shriyut Sudarshan Sharma and told him, Mr. Sharma, I have brought something for you specially from London. You must come into my office on Monday and take it. The fact that Acton Sahib had smiled was enough to give Shriyut Sharma cause for thought. But then Shriyut Sharma was, in spite of his nobility of soul and fundamental innocence, experienced enough by this time in his study of the vague, detached rays of the white sahibs. He had clearly noticed the slight awkward curl of the upper lip, behind which the determined, tobacco-stained long teeth showed. For the briefest moment, a snarl suppressed by the deliberation which Acton Sahib had brought to the whole operation of coming over and pronouncing these kind words. And what could be the reason for his being singled out from amongst the 25 odd members of the distribution department? He, the dispatch clerk, normally received just an occasional greeting. Hello, Sharma, how are you getting on? From the head of his own department, Mr. West. And twice or thrice a year, he was called into the cubicle by West Sahib. So, students, we see that Mr. Acton came to Shriyut Sudarshan Sharma's place, his table where he was sitting, and he told him to that he had brought a watch for him from London. Now, the way in which he conveyed the message, although it was nothing wrong, it was not a negative thing. He just told him that he had watch from London, but his body language and the facial expressions that he had, it was in quite a disturbing sign for Sudarshan, because Mr. Acton was not a person who would come to the clerks' tables or their department very often. He came there very, very rarely, and Sudarshan was a bit intrigued and a bit worried by this gesture of Acton Sahib. Now, the writer has described in a very interesting way the body language of Mr. Acton and his facial expressions and his whole the sort of the picture that he has painted of Mr. Acton. That is very, very interesting, and we see the psychology of the characters here, and how Sudarshan interprets the actual message behind Mr. Acton saying that particular thing, and this is the psychological aspect that he very instinctively he is forced to think that there is something more than the actual words, and there must be some a very strong reason why Mr. Acton has talked to him in such a way, and he has asked him to come to meet him, and he has brought a watch for him from London. So, students, it is a very interesting description, and this whole story actually is the way the whole episode has been presented, it is in a very, very impressive language, and which presents the feelings of the characters in a very beautiful and moving way, and we also tend to feel those emotions. And I think that is the hallmark of great literature, that the readers participate in the emotions of the characters that are created by the writer. So it is a very moving story. We'll study further about the story in our next class. That is all for today. Thanks.